The Nightside Project. Finish the day happy with Ethan Millard and Alex Keary on KSL News Radio.
Welcome to the Nightside Project, and Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary, helping you finish your commute happy. This episode is also being captured on video, so if you have a hankering, and if you haven't done it yet, check it out. The video episodes are in your podcast feed, or you can also find them on YouTube, so it's a good way to go.
That's right.
Coming up on this episode to help you finish your commute happy, we'll tell you about a man that had something amazing happen to him. Unfortunately, it happened on April Fool's Day, and no one believed him. This sounds like the story of my life. Also, we've got a great Zen headline.
I found the leprechaun. He had gold. I promise.
I've always thought it'd be cool to have my ashes shot into space. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
But we have maybe the most Zen internment ever.
Ethan is only. Here's how I've been trained by Ethan Millard over the years.
How?
There's another stupid way the millennials have come up with being able to bury themselves.
This is actually kind of cool. No, the millennials are still.
They're
still invincible. Yeah,
well, I know,
the millennials are still in.
Yeah, but it's
that
like
mode.
But you know the thing where they're like, we could turn your ashes into a hard drive, and you can always remember your loved ones by keeping their pictures on that hard drive that's made of their bones.
All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this later.
Right.
In the meantime, let's talk a little bit about parenting. Because
I have an 8-year-old, Ethan.
I've noticed, Alex, that there is sometimes in your child's flagrant disobedience, you see evidence of the amazing person that they're going to become. Not that their disobedience indicates potential criminality, but sometimes they'll do something that's so obviously wrong, you can't be anything but super proud of them as a person.
Yeah, and I have an 8-year-old, and so this 8-year-old story really, this is one of those things where my wife and I are sitting around together, we're having this discussion, and we're reading this story together, and with a slight smile on our face, because we have to think about how our 8-year-old will handle it. And sometimes, as Heath Wads pointed out on Twitter, sometimes a boy just needs his nugs and fries.
Here's what happened. East Palestine, Ohio, an 8-year-old Ohio boy wanted to get a cheeseburger for his 4-year-old sister. Their parents were asleep, taking a nap, asleep, whatever.
It was a Sunday afternoon or something.
They hadn't been abandoned. But this 8-year-old boy got out his iPad, looked up some YouTube videos on how to drive a car.
Yeah.
He grabbed some money and his 4-year-old sister. They jumped into the family car.
Which is what?
A van.
Yeah, it was a van.
It's a van. And the two of them drove it, not far, just a couple of miles, to the local McDonald's where they parked, went inside, ordered food, sat down and started eating it. That's when a neighbor of the family recognized the kids and put a stop to it.
Yeah, and you know what? We think it's super cute, right? Because it sounds vaguely like a Disney movie.
It's more than cute. It's utterly adorable.
It sounds like a Disney movie plot, and we think it's super cute. But if it was in the right context with the right headline, we would be outraged today, right? If we would have said, parents... meth-addicted parents...
Oh, well, yeah.
Sure. Because if we're going to throw in an Ohio City... Can we make that leap?
The parents were actually strung out on drugs?
Okay.
There's no evidence to support that.
I'm not going to make that accusation.
Yeah.
But what I think is the cuteness of the video is this. They make it to McDonald's. Witnesses said that they kept all the traffic laws, which I thought was funny too. Mm-hmm. And then they parked and they go inside and they ordered their food. My 8-year-old, Ethan, couldn't roll up and just order his own food. I mean, if he took his own money...
yeah, he could. You'd be surprised.
He could, but I'm just saying, we don't have him do it very often, And so I'm confused as to... There are all these things that this kid is way more advanced than my kid.
Let me tell you something.
Looking up stuff on YouTube, my kid could totally do it, but it does not interest him to drive the family car down the street. And my son's pretty short. He couldn't drive the Suburban down to
yes,
McDonald's.
He could. Yes, he could, and I have proof. I found this video, okay? I'm going to show it to you. Now, this isn't in the United States, but it is a car you can find in the United States.
You still didn't tell me.
I'm going to show you.
You still didn't let me. Before you get to these parents being terrible parents, I want to talk about the other terrible Ohio parents. Listen, let's not let them off the hook.
What Ohio parents?
The ones who let their kid drive their...
No, they fell asleep.
Oh, look. It doesn't matter.
Look, on behalf of napping parents everywhere, I would like to just say I don't blame the parents
Suddenly
in this situation.
You're okay with this, but okay, I want to watch this video.
Watch
of
this
kid
video,
driving.
okay? Because this is a 9-year-old.
Okay.
And this kid is not a huge 9-year-old. I mean, I bet this kid is probably as big as your 8-year-old is. And here it is. This is a video. It clearly shows a grown man sitting in the passenger seat.
Sure.
Toyota.
Toyota?
No, Toyota XR, and then we have a, how old are you? ¿Cuántos años tenés?
9.
We're just driving around. 9 years old.
9 years old. I'll just turn it down here.
This is where.
Look at this.
Okay, so this 9-year-old's driving, and he's done pretty good. They're obviously, it's like they're from the United States.
See, look, you can clearly see his legs.
Yeah, and you know what he's doing? He's actually doing a pretty good job. You can see he's like
doing
worried
amazing.
about where, because they're kind of going down, looks like a narrow alley. And he's just, the point was, look, where we are, no one cares. He's driving a stick, too, by the way.
No, that's an automatic.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's what you see there is a little 4-wheel drive
My
thing.
kid is going to learn how to drive a stick shift, okay?
Good luck finding one.
Now, look, KSL.com is a large place. That 9-year-old is a boss. There's something about being confident about doing it.
If this were my son, I have a 9-year-old as well. No, he's 10. He's 10 now.
Yeah.
Let's say my 10-year-old gets in the car, does this, drives his sister to do something.
You would be mortified, Ethan. You would be mortified. But hold on.
No. Well, I would be concerned for safety, things like that. I don't think that I would punish him particularly harshly. I'd want to make sure that he understood that he can never do that again. Because the potential consequences are big.
You guys live on a hill.
But I would also be...
That car could have gone rolling down the hill.
I would also be this much impressed.
Yeah, but you wouldn't let him know. You wouldn't let him know.
No, I wouldn't compliment him.
No.
But I would look at my son and I would say, this is a special kid and I have confidence in his future. And I think that's one of the weird things about parenting, where even in their obvious disobedience, sometimes you see those flashes of brilliance that give you confidence in their future.
Okay. I still think that something in the chain of command went wrong here. It wasn't just this is not a one-off. I bet this kid's been driving this car for a while. Okay. If he's like me,
so?
when I was a kid,
he looked up videos. He looked up how to drive a car videos.
So the tutorial and his first tutorial,
which is what my kids do. That's what my kids do all the time.
And you know what? When I was a kid, I really wanted to drive so bad. But we drove our family riding lawnmower around town. That was as good as it got. Mm-hmm. And when I was like 14, I would sneak down to the Circle K in my sister's Nissan Pulsar. Okay?
When you were how old?
Like 14.
Well, it's true confessions here.
No. They know
about it. What's the statute of limitations down in Texas for crimes like that?
In Texas, if you're 14 and you're not driving, they're like, I'm worried about you, son. If you're not taking your dad's truck down the street. All right, we're going to come back.
Yeah, we've got this great Zen headline about a man who had an amazing thing happen, but it happened on April Fool's Day. No one believed him. It comes with video. We'll be right back.